Hey guys, it's me Nes, and I'm going to give my thoughts on WrestleMania, both night one and night two. So obviously, I did post this immediately, but I'm just going to I just watch not live, but you know I just watched the full video of both nights one and two. Didn't know that during my prediction, yeah, I did add the replacement of Rey Mysterio who got injured to El Grande Americano, basically Chad Gable versus Ray, but it was Ray Phoenix who faces him. And I didn't know that Randy Orton had to face against Joe Hendry, which is like, okay, I did add him in the prediction of night two. But regardless, I'm going to give my thoughts of all the matches, but it's not gonna be this long. So regardless, there are the matches like the main event is I'm going to give my thoughts because they're basically the I would say the most anticipated of the WrestleMania match card. But anywho, there were some great moments. Some were like alright, and yeah. So first one in night one, we'll start first with my list of predictions. Ray Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. Basically, for me, didn't know that Ray Phoenix would be the one, and the fact that they did have an okay match, I would say that I do think that it is alright, despite that yeah, like people are still trying to, especially that some other WWE fans are trying to figure out about Ray Phoenix because he just recently new to the roster. And yeah, I would say that it is a okay type of match. Um, the next one will be Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now the build up was like okay, it had something, but it kind of, you know, during the match it was alright as well. But it was one of the, you know, I would say a cool, I guess, signature move of Jade, almost like an electric chair at the end, and then switch it to a power bomb, which is like insanely good, and then hits it with the, I think her finisher move, which is okay, and she got the win. So overall, it was all right as well for that match. She got her, she already got retribution for what happens to to Naomi. She got her vengeance, in other words. The next one is the War Raiders, who are the tag team champions, versus the New Day. Now, um, I didn't know that the New Day, at some point, that it's kind of bit obvious. We want them as champions. They've been doing the heel gimmicks, and it didn't work out as it was. Like some people boo, but they weren't much of a team or getting a lot of screen time. But it's safe to say that yeah, we have new champions, and overall, it really makes it's kind of a bit obvious though because like Kofi grabbed Ivar's leg to get the leverage of the pin so that they can become champions, and that was really interesting that they figured it out and they won. Next one would be the the WWE Women's Championship between Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. Now, I did say that Tiffany should retain, and it's a good thing that she retained. Um, at the same time, the match wasn't much of a, when you compare to other matches of Charlotte against Rhea in the past, like 39 was great. This one, it did, it kind of has something, but it wasn't there. At some point, we already noticed that Charlotte is had that torn ACL, MCL, or something like that. Like it really plays the role of okay, Tiffany's about to win by beating up the knee of Charlotte, the injured knee, so that it can give more advantage, similar to Tiffany. Because Charlotte's working on the knee, and it was alright. I can give credit for both. They were trying their best in the promo in the recent past weeks, but the match didn't much elevate as it is. But they tried, and it's good that Tiffany retains. Next one is the Gunther versus Jey Uso. This is the first match, so overall it's kind of obvious. Jey is going to be the new champion, and yeah, there will be a lot of people who didn't like it. To be honest, like in the social media world, it's like it's very obvious, a lot of dislikes and all this stuff. Like, it's understandable. Like, people are not into Jay at this moment, but let him, have his moment, And who knows? He could have some new fresh matchups because we already have Gunther being champion. And it kind of hurts that he never gets the chance to win a WrestleMania match because this is his second loss. So hopefully it turns around. I didn't like the finish though, where Gunther needs to tap. I feel like for him to pass out, it is way more better. But I guess they say that only baby faces pass out. Heels, they tap out more than babyface does. So if that's the case, I guess so. And the main event for night one. So Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Um, it's kind of a bit obvious that I pick Seth, and another part of the prediction is to make sure that Paul Heyman will align um with Seth against both his best friend CM Punk and his tribal chief Roman Reigns. It's To me it wasn't a shocker when I watch it, even if they show in YouTube when I see it. I got spoiled it, basically, but I don't really feel like it doesn't make me shocked because when there are rumors, it might be possible. That's the thing, and I could see this from happening where Seth is going to have Paul Heyman at the end. So double low blows, which is like, okay, it is considered to be one of the best endings of night one because in the recent past there are night ones that did not deliver much. People would say night twos were better. So in terms of the recent WrestleManias, so night one in this WrestleMania is good. And overall, yeah, I always forget. I forgot to put in the predictions and my picks of these predictions were LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I did say that Jacob should um win the US championship. So yeah, it was very obvious because LA Knight's been champion. The first reign was a bit long. He had to lose it to Shinsuke and now he regains it. Then to lose it to Jacob, it was the right decision. I feel like, for Jacob to have his first singles titles, it meant something. A double moonsault was the icing of the cake for that match. So overall, yeah, night one is pretty good. And so far so good. I did get all predictions right, to be honest, in night one. So if I'm not mistaken, I guess that's 7 matches in total in night one. So I got all 7-0. Yeah, because I pick all the winners in night one. So yeah, next one we get night two. Now this one is one of those things that, okay, they say good beginning of a match and odd ending. I wouldn't say mid, maybe odd, because there's a lot to discuss about night two's main event. So first of all, I'll go with the predictions again that I had, which is AJ Styles versus Logan. So I picked AJ to win, and that moment, yeah, I know that AJ is going to lose. Like, we already know AJ is not gonna be the guy who's going to not put over anyone. He's selfless and he knows that it could lead the potential between him and Karrion Kross because Karrion Kross helped AJ by not getting knocked out by brass knocks, but instead, it did work out the way it should be for AJ to win, but it's alright. Um, Damien Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This the Cincy Street fight. I almost forgot to put in the prediction. I'm gonna edit the prediction about it, but I'm sure nobody's gonna mind about it. Um, it's obvious that I picked Damien Priest the winner. So yeah, I lost another one, but yeah, I don't know if it's necessary for Drew to win. Like, he deserves it, to be honest. But like, he's been the fan favorite over Damien Priest, but he had moments. I said in the video in the predictions, Drew already had moments in WrestleMania. Damien Priest only has, I think, one or two. It's not even enough, but it's understandable that, yeah, if people want Drew, it's obvious. I have no problem with it. Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria and Bayley, but unfortunately it is Lyra and Becky, right? Because night one Bayley got um, jumped or attacked backstage. And here's the thing, because I vote them to retain and it didn't happen. So yeah, 0-3 in night two. What a worst start. The next one though is the same thing. So Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominik. I want Braun to retain, but it was kind of bit, surprise a little bit that Dom won. So I kind of lost another one of the predictions. Overall, my thoughts on the street fight was okay. The Liv, Morgan and Raquel champs that lost against Lyra and Becky, I guess it was okay as well. It was a bit of surprise, but it's like that. The Fatal 4-Way though, it was really good that they kind of, had this chaotic feel. Overall, it was a nice finish where Dom had to frog splash Finn and get the pin. So mostly there can be some, feelings gonna get, gonna get this type of drama is gonna happen between Finn and Dominik in the near future. Next one we have Io Sky, the champion of the Women's World Champion versus Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. So this is the opening match and they delivered. What a great way to start. And I had the prediction right that, Io won. Thank goodness, because like people keep wanting Bianca or Rhea, which I get it, but they already had their moment. So letting Io won is necessary. Going back to the picks of predictions, Braun Breaker was my pick, so I lost that one 0-4. When Io won, that's basically 1-4. So yeah, all the first one ever since. Um, Next one would be here's the thing, Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry. Before that, I didn't know that it's there were people who want Joe Hendry, and yeah, they get what they wanted, but it wasn't a long match. It is one of those matches where this is a big moment for him, doing his stuff, gets RKO by Randy, and then after the match, Randy does the pose. So yeah, what a great moment. Randy's 20 WrestleMania with a victory, and yeah, overall I could see Randy against Cena at Backlash. So it's gonna happen, because what happened on the main event is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now this one is interesting because Cena, um, here's the thing, John Cena won, which is the right decision. So I got 2-4 on that. But here's the thing that I was a bit confused. So basically, you got Travis Scott at the end. No Rock. This is the thing. Sorry, there's no The Rock. I don't know why. It should have something to do with it, but Travis is the one, and it was odd because he had to go in the stage to rap in the ring a bit slower. And here's the thing, they were planning to make sure that he's gonna slap Cody, but yeah, Cody tries to break up a bit, and he did get the receipt, which is nice, which is very very nice. But the thing is, it led to Cena have the title, tries to hit Cody. Cody had the title, and they were doing this tug of war to get the championship. And when Cody get it, Cena begged, but Cody was like, he was on the verge of whether he wants to do it or he doesn't do it. And it kind of makes me feel like, Cody is basically two things in terms of me saying things that is a positive and a negative thing. And the positive, he has all heart of a great human being, I guess, which is, I guess that's the positive part. But the second part, he might be the dumbest babyface. No offense. I get it. You can be all nice, but what the hell, man? If Cena's gonna get too dirty on you, come on. What can you do? You're not gonna hit him back? Like, when you look at other baby faces, I'm sure they do the same thing. Even if it's a bit dirty, but still, it would matter. But you didn't pull the trigger. And I remember that, Michael Cole said, you gotta have to make a choice. I think Cena said that to him. You gotta make a choice, whether you be a good guy or bad guy. So what he did, he didn't do it. And Cena did kick him in the balls. What's even crazier is that one hit of the title calls the ref 1, 2, and 3. And John Cena is now your new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And he broke the record. But the thing is this. Like, people didn't like it because of the Travis situation. And it wasn't much. Let's be real. Cena took, I think, 4 attitude adjustments against Cody. With the STF for how many times that he applied to it. I think 2 to 3 times. And the thing is this. Cody knows that, yeah, he didn't pull the trigger, which is the worst, scene that I see from someone. Because if you were in that position, you're gonna hit somebody when they know, even if you think they're their idol, you still have to hit them. It's like they're making Cody as this good guy when he doesn't have to show his, how he truly feels, and that's how to hit him with the championship. So, yeah, I do understand that people are frustrated in that main event. It might be lackluster, it could be something like it's worse. Again, The Rock was up here. People believed that The Rock will enter so that Stone Cold will enter, but nah, it didn't happen. So, overall, yeah, I did give that prediction to Cena win. Overall, I think, in my opinion, night 1 had the better results. Night 2 was like, okay, there's some results that are right. But when we talk about, let's say, the opening of the match, we already know that night 2 got the better opening. Night 1's main event is way more better than night 2's because of the ending. So overall, if I'll rate both night 1 and night 2 in terms of 1 to 10 scale, I would say this. It would be around a solid 7.5, or yeah, 7.5 would be the best scoring. I wouldn't be too high of it because, yeah, there are some matches that the build up wasn't that much, they tried. Like, the thing is about Cena against Cody, it reminded me of, if people would say it's a lackluster, it's not really that how impressive of night 1's main event. It reminded me of the Triple H versus Randy Orton in WrestleMania 25, where the build-up was great, but the match didn't deliver. I wouldn't say that the Cody versus Cena overall didn't deliver. There were some moments, but the Travis one was the one thing that kind of died down for a bit, to the point that, yeah, he gets his receipt, which is good, but it wonders us, why does he have to go too slow? Like, that's the thing. But overall, yeah, I really, really like this type of, WrestleMania, that they try to build up the main event. Especially the night 1 was the better main event besides night 2. And yeah, I know that some people feel in some way, but overall, this is a great, great show. Overall, 7.5 is a great, rating, regardless of what people would say. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully next year will be way better, but overall, this is a great, show to watch. If you haven't, watched, go and watch some of the best moments. And if I'm gonna rate the best entrance of all of WrestleMania overall, I would say, I would give it to CM Punk. To bring back the old theme, This Fire Burns, a short of that, video. It's like the same thing that Drew, when he was in Scotland. Or, what is that? Glasgow, Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they showed the footage of a young man or a past self with the old theme. It's similar, but what's good is that, people were singing and then you got your live band. That is really fantastic overall. So, yeah. Overall, it's great. And yeah, all I can say is that thank you for watching, guys. So, there, give it a like, and also comment, by the way. Comment which is the best match that you believe in WrestleMania 41. What made you feel that this match is means a lot to you? So that's all, and also subscribe to the channel. And all I can say is that, again, thank you for watching. We'll see each other in the next video. Peace.